Hello and welcome to one of the final episodes of Cruise Control for the 2010 spring semester. Once again, I'm Nick Akis and she is Lauren Camarca.
Thanks, Nick. Today's show is going to be a good one. Let's dive right in.
With all the awkward stories that we have given to you this year, the following is hands down the strangest. Kelly Ripa's husband, Mark Kasulis, actually pays his wife money to put on clothes, according to People.com. Although he denied these accusations, you can't but wonder how something like this would arise in the first place. Mark Kelly, there are much better ways to make headlines, especially when your wife is smoking hot, hosts one of the most watched morning shows in TV history.
Even though Amy Winehouse and her ex-husband, Blank Fielder Civil, got divorced about a year ago, doesn't mean they can't try to mend things again. Apparently, Winehouse visited the Jazz After Dark bar in London to celebrate her ex-husband's birthday with him this past weekend. Sam Shaker, the club's owner, says the two are definitely still infatuated with one another. Now, why did the two split in the first place? Well, Fielder Civil says Winehouse's suspected infidelity was not something he could handle anymore. So, can the two pick up where they left off? I guess we'll have to see where this goes.
Most people will give up on marriage after their second or third attempt at love. Don't tell Larry King from Larry King Live this. He says that there is, and I quote, a 50-50% chance that divorce for his seventh marriage will not be happening. Yes, his seventh marriage. The man who has interviewed millions for decades thinks that there still might be hope to salvage his marriage. If I ever get married 7 times, actually that will probably just never happen.
Well, this past Sunday, Iowan International Women in Need hosted a Zumba-thon at the YMCA to raise money for Sneha Mahalia Sangha. It's an organization in India that empowers women trapped in sex work to fight against the violence they face in society and to ultimately free themselves of it. The Zumba-thon was kicked off with a 5-minute presentation describing the organization, then immediately jumped into an intense but fun hour of half Zumba workout. Afterwards, Iwan surprised the participants with refreshments and a performance from Bollywood dance group. Iwan raised about $450 at the event, and all of the money raised will go to help hire a fellowship for a year, which goes to sex workers and educates them about HIV and AIDS. The goal is to get the sex workers to tell them and their friends to tell their other friends and spread awareness, said Shannon Bailey, Iwan fundraising coordinator. Each semester, Iwan takes on a new project to help women internationally. Last semester, Uganda. This semester, India. Who knows what will be next? All I know is Iwan prides itself in trying to spread awareness about issues overseas and doing their best to help. Good job, guys.
Good work to Lauren. That was a marathon of a story. But self-esteem is a global issue, and a few United Kingdom outlet stores are doing something about it. What they are calling vanity sizing. Stores are altering their sizes to make women feel as if they are buying smaller clothes. I'm going to call this one strange and an inconvenience because now women will have to remember their sizes depending on the store, and that requires way too much effort for shopping.
Let's see what David has come up with for us about the world of music.
To kick this week's music buzz off, let's take it to Bret Michaels and a reflection period he had. Michaels blogged Tuesday on his Fancast account about the day he was rushed to the emergency room a night he was performing. It was determined that he had acute appendicitis and needed immediate operation. He said, quote, "After the fact, they told me that if I had gone on stage like I wanted to, it likely would have ruptured and I could have died. Not good. Definitely not good at all, Bret." Michaels is recovering from the surgery and diabetes in a San Antonio hospital. How does he pass the time? Baseball games, ABC's Modern Family, and hot nurses. Sounds like with all the circumstances considered, the hot nurse thing seems like a pretty cool perk. Hopefully Bret gets better and keeps making episodes of Rock of Love. I love that show. Michael Jackson is back in the news. I said it once and I'll say it again. There is more positive notoriety for the king of pop after he died than when he was alive. If he were alive, he'd for sure love to know that his music is headed to Las Vegas. In recent developments, Cirque du Soleil is planning a 2011 premiere of Jackson's songs. Circus of the Sun's president Daniel Lamar actually began negotiations with Jackson back in 2004, but things never took off the ground. Lamar said, quote, "We are honored and thrilled to be in partnership with the ultimate and most important record-selling artist of all time. This association between two international entertainment brands promises to deliver fans of both Michael and Cirque du Soleil unique artistic experiences. When funds are in order, I definitely plan to see a Cirque du Soleil performance, and I'm now even more enticed that Jackson's music is incorporated into the show. Hitting the local scene last night was an up-and-coming artist breaking through the national scene, and he brought a few friends. DC underground artist Wale and electro-funk sensation NERD came by Burris Auditorium for an outstanding performance. Hype is built up for weeks, and I'm sure neither act disappointed. This Saturday, for the country music lovers, Trace Adkins and Martina McBride are stopping by the Roanoke Civic Center. They are headlining the Maltese Falcons. The show kicks off at 6 p.m., and although the Maltese Falcons are the headlining act, the presence of both Adkins and McBride will definitely draw a massive crowd, and I will see you all next week.
Jenna Wright is back, I think. But one thing I do know is that she has the movie and television news you've been waiting for, I think.
This past week brought a surprise in the box office as How to Train Your Dragon takes second place in its fourth week in theaters. The film was beat out by Kick-Ass, the new superhero comedy featuring Christopher Mintz-Plasse as superhero sidekick Red Mist. The actor is best known for his role in 2007 Superbad. Kick-Ass grossed $19.8 million in the box office, with Dragon following close behind and Date Night in third place. Iron Man is back. The sequel to the 2008 original film is set to open in theaters and IMAX on May 7th. Robert Downey Jr. returns as Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. The film will also feature Gwyneth Paltrow, Sam Rockwell, and Scarlett Johansson. Coming very soon to DVD is James Cameron's Avatar. The critically acclaimed sci-fi 3D film is set for DVD release on Thursday, April 22nd. The much-awaited film was released in theaters in December 2009 and won 2 Golden Globes and 3 Academy Awards in 2010. Look for the film in stores this Thursday. And last Saturday, Progeny Film Festival proved to be a success. Many Virginia Tech students, as well as the Blacksburg community, came out to support local filmmakers and their work. Kevin O'Connor swept the board with a grand total of 4 awards, including Best Director and Best Picture for his documentary, The Lost Getaway, as well as Best Sound Design and Best Visual Effects. November by Paul Hinson took home not only the award for Best Editing, but also Best Actor, Amber McDonald. And honorable mentions were given to Daniel Caudill for Crossing and Jack Bennett for Chains. For the first time, the audience award for this year's festival was a draw between Mr. Pitiful and No Way Out, which also took home the Cinematography Award. Congratulations to all the winners and all of the participants.
There are some stories too good to leave out.
The ones that shock your ears and shake your head.
And for that, we give you your Cruise Control Top 3.
Number 3, former Bachelor Bob Guiney's wife and daytime soap star Rebecca Badig has filed for a divorce. 5 years after the couple tied the knot has been coming apart. I'll give them both credit for making it last longer than every other contestant on The Bachelor's marriage put together.
Finding itself on our middle spot on our countdown is Valerie Bertinelli. The 50-year-old actress completed a lifelong goal and ran the Boston Marathon. Her 5-hour, 14-minute, 37-second performance has made her feel quote-unquote euphoric. I'm glad we were able to put at least one happy story into this week's show.
Coming as no surprise, the number 1 story for this week's installment of Cruise Control is the fact that Sandra Bullock is not wearing her wedding ring. Enough said, good for her.
Make sure you check us out on the internet, our website, or by looking us up on a computer. I'm Lauren Camarga, and he's Nick Gagis.
And you just said the same thing 3 different ways. See you next time.